Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Alana from Upcycling NZ. Today we're going to make a beautiful high-end textured textile, beautiful yummy wall art piece. My cat's just going to demonstrate the size and scale of the plastic hula hoop we're using for this project today. Isn't he handsome for an old boy? I'm going to use some snow white chalk paint for this, and I needed almost three coats to cover that blue up. You definitely have to let that dry in between coats. Then I'm going to put a clear coat on it, and I'm going to buff that off so that when I'm working on my project I'm not going to scratch that paint off. I'll be taking a doily that I've been using for stenciling and spray painting designs on projects, and I've got some strips of linen rag. I'm taking 4 different sides, and I'm just going to temporarily tie those on until I have a nice square shape and I know that I'm working evenly across it. Then I'm going to knot those in place. Now I'm adding another 8 strips around, and we're going to create somewhat of a spider web effect with that and knot each of those. Very easy. And it was just the right size to get a nice tight netting. I've collected up all my ribbon scraps, twine. This is a roll of elastic which I haven't found a purpose for, which I got for cheap as chips from a thrift store. So I'm just creating a loop at the top, one for each, and then halfway down those ribbon scraps, and you can use any colours you like for that, I'm just going to tie a knot, leaving that loop at the top, and then I'm going to tie another piece of twine around, creating somewhat of a beading at the top out of the fold over there. The extra links just add to that scrappy textural ribbon at the bottom. Then you can just pull it through just like that, nice and easy, and place those where you would like them. I'm just going to use 3, but you could use as many as you like. I'm using some thick baling twine to create some dimension with this, and looping that, following the pattern design on the doily. I love how mathematically this is so easy to work with and to ensure that you're working symmetrically. I'll just leave those ends where they land, which are in line with those ribbons at the bottom. Now I'm adding some lace. And I'm using complementary colours here so that the whole piece ties in together. This is honestly so easy, so much fun to do. I'm adding a length of twine right beside that lace. It's a little hard to see in the video. All of my ends now meet up in line with those ribbons at the bottom. And I'll just throw another piece of lace in here. It's really quite fast. I'm making sure those ends are a little bit longer to sort of tie in with those ribbons at the bottom. And the last thing I'll add to the surface is this very thick old rope. So this is starting to look amazing at this point. From here on in, really, you could be finishing your project at any point from here on in. This would look lovely on a wall just the way it is. I'm just tying those ends off. With the thicker pieces, I'm just going to add another piece of string or twine and join those 2 pieces together instead of ending up with a great big gnarly knot in the middle. All of those can just hang down and add to the effect. Now, none of this has really cost me anything at all. I got the doily for about $1, I believe. The hula hoop someone was throwing away. I collect ribbons and ropes and strings and fibres from charity shops whenever I'm there, and they usually have quite a variety in their mixed bags. I'm huge on reusing, recycling, and reducing waste, so I add to my stash. The upside to that is huge money savings when you're putting together a project like this. I guesstimate this will only cost me $5 maximum to have put this together. I'm pretty sure I could sell this for quite a considerable amount more. Please let me know in the comments what you think it would be worth to you. It's a bit hard in New Zealand dollars, but I can convert if you are from overseas, and be able to figure out what you think, and I'd really appreciate that feedback. I'm just trimming up the pieces that come from the centre to about the level of the hula hoop, just so it doesn't interfere with the look of the tassels on the bottom. I just left that thick piece of rope so I could untwist that and fray the end. Here's another little tassel I made for another project that was left over. I'll just tie that on up the top. I just don't know where to stop with this one. I'm having so much fun. So I'm going to cut out another piece of that linen fabric I used around the outside and just cut a little circle of that out to go right in the middle. Just do it roughly. I'm going to fray the ends. And I kept it really simple, and even though I had a lot of things I could have used for this, I opted on the simple little shell in the end. I've put some baking paper under this while I hot glue that on. For the hanger, I'm using the offcut for the rope that we used in the centre. Just knot that on, and I'm just going to wind the rope round and around and knot it again, giving it a really tight base to hang from. And that looks quite pretty in the end. Don't trim any of those extra bits off. They can all just hang down. So really all I'm left with now are all the little tiny offcuts of the lace and ribbon. I also had some that I'd saved. Knew it'd come in handy. And I'm just going to speed this up for you because I'm just going to attach as many of those as I can all the way around the outside, just with a knot. And it's done. Hey, thanks so much for watching today. I'm going to share at the end of the video a little visitor that I had the other night. I think I made a new friend. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope this is enough information if you wanted to have a crack at making one of these. I think I'm going to make several more of these. It was a lot of fun. So goodbye for now from the beautiful Marlborough Sounds over here in New Zealand. It's winter time here at the moment, and we've been having morning mists and icy roads.